Hey everybody, what's up? The Plowzone Radio Video Show is here once again with a great artist, man. And we got Kendra Erica from Las Vegas, Nevada. Reese, why don't you tell us about this artist, Kendra, who we're going to be talking to in a second?
I want to thank Kendra for coming on the show. She is a great vocalist, artist, and she's putting out a one-woman show, and we're going to talk about that. So let's bring Kendra Erica on to the Plowzone Radio Show. Welcome to the Plowzone Video Show on Hotel Music Videos on Roku TV. Kendra, how are you?
I'm great. How are you both, Scott and Scott?
Oh, I'm doing. How you doing, Reese? How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing pretty good today. I'm doing pretty good.
All right. So, Kendra, where were you born and raised?
Florida, yes. Some people say Florida. Some people say Florida. But I was born in Boca Raton, and throughout my career, I traveled to LA, I traveled to Vegas, I traveled to New York and Nashville and all over. But I was mainly doing the bi-coastal thing, going back and forth from Florida to LA. And I was doing that for the past, 8 years. And then just about 3 years ago, I made the permanent move out to LA.
What got you in the entertainment industry, Kendra?
Well, I always wanted to perform when I was little. So my waves into the entertainment industry were just, little by little. I always wanted to perform, but I was a little tone deaf as a child. And in order to straighten me out so that I would be effective and, suitable and appropriate to listen to, because I always had the confidence, but not the skill set. And to straighten me out, my mom and my dad, they got me into community theater in Boca Raton, Florida. And I was introduced to a classical opera coach who from an amenable age of 8, I absorbed all of that training. So he was able to lay the grunt work and the foundation for me to build upon. And from there, I did more community theater, and I was able actually to perform now because I got straightened out. And then I got into school productions and into local talent competitions. At the age of 13, I won for singing Time to Say Goodbye by Andrea Bocelli. So I was still in braces. I was 13 and I won. And that actually gave me the biggest boost of confidence yet and confirmation to move forward. And then I just started performing locally at different restaurants and different lounges in my teen years and early 20s. And then simultaneously, I always wanted to be my own artist and to write and record my own songs. So I started writing and recording with producers in Miami. And then from them, it led into meeting this person, and then this person led into meeting that person. So it was all just like a chain reaction, and it was just a domino effect. And as both of you know, it's all about door to window, window to door, door to window, window to door. And then that brought me out to Los Angeles, where I was working and charting on the Billboard dance charts. I've had 5 top 10 hits on the Billboard dance chart.
Tell us about that. Tell us some of your dance songs that you have charted.
Well, the one that went to number 1 was a remake of Laura Branigan's Self-Control. And that really was the cherry on top for me. But I have had five singles in the top 10 on the Billboard dance charts, and all those were original. So, and I wrote those with Damon Sharp and with Kevin Wild and with and a couple other producers, and ever since then, post COVID, because the Billboard dance charts closed during COVID, because there were no clubs to go to. So from there, I just continued making music, and the music then charted in the UK, and also it got on many other different charts and TV placements, and also amassed to over 2 million views on YouTube and Spotify.
So I want to go back to, how do you overcome being tone deaf?
Well, I think the good advantage that I had was that I was so young, and when you're young, you can absorb a language, you can absorb anything. That's why it's so important to teach kids at a young age, don't touch the hot stove. But I think I was fortunate that I was so young that I was able to soak up all of that. And I think that's how I overcame it. And also because of the obvious determination that I had, and also from the training, and also from just the repetition throughout the years. And now, just yesterday, my vocal coach here out in Las Vegas, Julian Miranda, he texted me the other day and said, your pitch has been on point, because, I've been vulnerable with different coaches, and I've told them about where I've come from. And so they know where those points of growth are, and those sensitive points of growth are. And but I think I overcame my pitch problems way before yesterday.
I would think so. So okay, so when you're writing your songs, now you're for more club, or is it pop music? How would you explain that?
So for the past almost 10 years, I was doing a lot of dance and pop music. And I think that helped expand my abilities, both performance-wise and also songwriting-wise. And it also just got me further seated into the industry. And I feel like that's a piece that's just a capability that I can just put in my arsenal. But now I'm going back to my roots when I was performing at different restaurants and lounges in Boca, and doing the jazz standards and doing the American Songbook, and also doing the classics like Andrea Bocelli, like the Broadway. And so going back to that, I think that's the sweet zone, and that's where I feel like I can flourish a lot better ability wise.
Great.
Cool. So Erica, who's been some more of the influential people in your life?
Well, my mom, my dad, my publicist, Kelly Bennett. Who else? My significant other. Also the rest of my supportive friends and inner circle. I want to say thank you to them as well, and also just to the collaborators, the creatives that I've had the pleasure of working with, and also just more importantly above all of those, I want to thank God.
I agree 1,000%. Oh, you have a new single coming out. It is called "I'm Nice Till I'm Not." I love the title. Yeah. Tell us how you wrote that song.
So it's really funny, and I want to bring my mom in on this conversation. I know she can't be here, but she had always said this: I'm nice till I'm not, when it comes to dealing with people, because she's helped me throughout my career so much. And so she and I have had to navigate the nuances in this industry. As most people would call them characters or personalities, or possibly borderline disorders, but the different nuances in this industry. And so with her being such a business-minded person and objective woman, and she would always say, I'm nice till I'm not. And when I was in the studio with Luigi and with Celeste, who I wrote the song with, I had this direct intention on wanting to converge both the flapper Charleston jazzy sound with the new disco sound. And I feel like we successfully converged the two. But when it came to the concept, I said, I really want to call this song I'm Nice Till I'm Not. So we established like the epicenter of it, I'm Nice Till I'm Not, and then we just wrote the lyrics around it so that we could make sense of this, and we could successfully write a song with that concept.
All right, who were your early influences in music?
early influences were Sarah Brightman, also Billie Holiday, and I'd have to go Celine Dion. Yeah, Sarah Brightman, Billie Holiday, and Celine Dion.
All right, and that kind of shaped your career, saying, "I want to sing like them. I really like their voices. I want to write like them." Is that?
Well, I especially love Sarah Brightman because I grew up listening to the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack. My parents played it any chance they could get when they had dinner parties and social gatherings, and I saw the show about 4 times growing up, and but I never saw it with Sarah Brightman, but I always would listen to her on the original cast recording, and just something about that, when you hear something at such a young age, it sticks with you and it resonates with you. And coming from the fact that I've also had a classical development myself, having Sarah Brightman as sort of that figurehead was really important and formative for me growing up. And then Celine Dion as well. I just watched her documentary, and oh my God, that's another conversation. But Celine Dion as well, because I love her work ethic. Her work ethic is just like it's unrivaled with anything I've ever seen before. And then Billie Holiday, just because she just has that. I mean, from all of her struggle and from all of the pain that she went through in her life and her addictions, and you could just hear you could hear it in her voice. You could just hear it. And she just has that great old American songbook classic sound that I really love.
What do you like the most about touring, and what do you not like about touring?
There you go.
Okay. What I like about touring is that I love traveling, and I love meeting people, and I love performing in front of people, and I actually love flying. If I could fly myself, I would. That would be like my superhero power. The worst thing about touring, I'd say, is sometimes it can mess with your body a little bit. From going from different time zones, or just being up in the air and then down and up in the air, or just not being on your routine, that can mess with your body a little bit. But when it comes to performing and the territory, it's par for the course.
Got it. All right. When you're performing, do you prefer festivals, intimate clubs, or mid-sized theaters?
Ooh, all the above.
Okay. Just performing, right?
Yeah, just performing. Yeah, all of the above, because I enjoy each experience, whether it's a big festival or an intimate or a mid-sized theater. But when it comes to that, it's all about what kind of music am I performing? Am I performing jazz? And of course, a mid-sized theater or an intimate gathering. But if it's doing something more upbeat, then yeah, festival, because we want to be celebratory about it.
Create a new holiday. What would the name of the holiday be? And what would it be about?
Oh my God, if I create a new holiday. God. Well, I think, quite honestly, I'm going to give an interesting response to that. And
there you go. Come on, that's what we're about.
I think that, especially in America, as much as I love this country so much, I think that's our problem in this country, is that we pick holidays to do like the simplest of things, like give roses to people on Valentine's Day, or show love and affection, or give thanks on one day, or celebrate the heroes of our country like one day or two, or we just need to have
every day.
every day. So I think so, because I think that's what we're lacking, because that's what they have going on overseas, and that's why they have healthier and they live better lifestyles is because they're doing all of that year long and not just picking one day to get outside of their cubicle and be like, okay, I appreciate this and I appreciate that. And I'm gratified. And just today.
I do. Tomorrow, now we're going to move on to something different. Now,
yeah, we're going to move on to something different. So, as far as holiday goes, I mean, if they want to do
a day of music, the music day.
A day of music, but you should have music every day of your life.
Yeah, music every day. Yep.
So a holiday, I would just say if they wanted to celebrate my birthday on a national level, then so be it. Go at it.
Yeah.
Then go at it. Whatever.
What day is your birthday? What day is your birthday actually?
It's August 12th.
Oh, you just happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, what is one essential item you never hit the road without?
Good one, Reese. Good one. What you got there, Kendra?
Oh, well,
what do you never leave home without when you're on the road? What do you never leave home without when you're hitting the road?
Ooh. Lots of leggings. Leggings and cute sports bras, because even if I do happen to lose like the dresses that I brought or the nice shoes, you can always dress a nice pair of leggings and a sports bra with a cute little jacket that you can buy from wherever. So always having leggings, sports bra, and some socks too.
Awesome. There you go.
That's a good one, Reese. I like that. A little interesting stuff right there. So if you could sit down and have a conversation with anybody about music, who would it be?
Oh my God.
Come on.
I have to sit back for this one. I have to let it come to me. About music solely?
About music.
Oh, okay.
Pick your brain about music. Pick somebody's brain about the music or music industry or like that.
Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. I got one.
What?
And I can't believe I didn't say his name right away, but Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra. Right?
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
The man himself.
What about Vegas do you like the most and what don't you like the most?
Well, I currently don't really live in Vegas. I still live in LA, and I'm back and forth a lot from LA to Vegas. But what I will say is currently there has been more activity here in Vegas than in LA, only because I think LA is still trying to find its footing after the pandemic and after all the stuff that it's gone through, especially the fires and everything, because that put a massive damper in a lot of people in the industry's path and plans. So I feel that it's finding its footing again, and I'm being optimistic. But so far, Vegas has provided more opportunity, and it's been more lucrative for me.
Art, is there a song in your set list that feels different when you perform it live than you did in the studio?
Oh, good one. Okay. Good one. We asked some great questions here, Kendra.
Oh my God. I feel like that scene in Basic Instinct where I'm being interrogated.
No, you have to walk it off and have a cigarette. No,
yeah, I have to walk off and have a cigarette.
And some ice water.
Yeah, I need to get my Fiji.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome to the Plowzone.
So the one that was different when I perform it live.
Yeah, when you performed it, probably when you went in the studio, you might have thought it was maybe a little bit more mellow, but then when you hit it in front of a crowd, it came to life.
Oh, well, on the new on the new album that I have releasing on November 7th, the James Bond tribute album, the song when I do Writings on the Wall, the song by Sam Smith from Spectre, I in the studio, it's very like, it's more intimate when I record it, but when I step on the stage and I'm performing it, I put some more oomph into some notes and into some parts, and I really just expand it, and I make it a little bit more belty. So it really comes to life when I perform it live.
So tell us about your new stuff. You got some 007 tribute coming up. Why don't you tell us about that and how you came up with that, man? What was the inspiration behind the James Bond tribute?
Well, it is called License to Thrill. The experience, and I can read you how it all came to be.
Let's hear it.
It says, from the moment her father introduced her to 007 at the age of 7, Kendra Erica, me, was captivated by its timeless sophistication, the cinematic elegance, and iconic music. Now she brings that legacy to life on stage, blending the glamour, intrigue, and unforgettable songs into a one-of-a-kind musical experience. An unforgettable tribute for theaters, galas, casinos, cruise lines, luxury events, and corporate audiences, and any arena or, White House performance, whatever. Taj Mahal performance.
Describe the show to the audience. Tell us what we could expect when we're going to go see your new show.
So the show is based off of the album that I have releasing on November 7th. And I chose and selected, I handpicked all my favorite Bond songs from all the different eras of Bond, from the Sean days, the Roger Moore days, the Pierce Brosnan days, and the Daniel Craig days. So I cover all the eras and decades of Bond through this show, and I take people on a journey. And the show is going to be a visual and a showcase representative of the album. And it's really going to be something that pays homage to 007, that harkens it, and also something that embodies it and not just like impersonates it, because that's not what we do here. We don't impersonate, we embody.
That's not. So you've been putting a lot of work and a lot of production into that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, going through all the songs, you had to learn the songs, or you knew the songs and you knew how you were going to deliver them for this?
Yeah, I knew most of the songs. The other percentage of the songs I did have to become more familiar with and learn. But because it's something that I really feel passionate about, I was able to do it very easily.
Wow. And so each song is that you're telling the story from what perspective are you telling the story from?
Well, I'm just paying homage to all the eras of Bond, from Goldfinger all the way to No Time to Die. So it's like bookends, and also what audiences can expect in the future is a part 2 album, because there are other Bond songs out there. Because on this album, I only have 10. One of them is an interesting. I'll let you be surprised on it, but it's an interesting stripped down version of one of my previous Billboard dance songs that I stripped down into a jazz form, and it really does sound like it could be a Bond song. So I slapped that one on the album.
About your band, you play live with the band. Why won't you?
Yeah, well, the bands that I've been working with have been, different components from LA to Vegas or to Florida. So the bandmates that I've been performing with have been sort of like interchangeable, and wherever they're at in that particular part of the world or part of the country. So, but I do want to give a shout out to all those that I've been working with and who I continue to work with.
What humbles you the most, man? What humbles you the most about being a performer?
What humbles me the most is that, it's interesting, because I think from what I've seen in my journey and in my experience is that although when we get up on stage or we're in front of the camera or we're doing anything within our field and our capabilities, it's like we put on that suit, that superhero suit, so that we can entertain people and we can create an experience for people. But at the end of the day, we're still human like everybody else, and we're not immune to anything that anybody else is going through, and that's what humbles me the most, because I have felt that, that sense of endorphin, and it definitely feeds the ego. And if you want to say that you don't have an ego, then you're definitely bullshitting, because everyone was born with one. So, but like it feeds that ego, and you have all these endorphins. And then when you go back to your hotel room, or when you're by yourself, you then feel that sense of quiet. And it's like, okay, I need the next
rush.
I need the next rush. But that humbles you too, because it's like, well, especially for me, I was fortunate to not have to, or not want to get into anything else or any other outlet to create that rush. So yeah, I never got into drugs or, excessive alcohol or anything like that, or, other vices. So, cause I just know that that's somehow he's protecting me from that. God's protecting me from that. But I think that's the one thing that's really humbled me. And also just getting to know people, talking to people, performing for people. You just see them in the audience, and they're just wanting that escapism for that time being, and that's humbling too.
Stuff went like back afterwards or whatever.
Where stuff went awry.
Yeah, awry. That's a good way to put it.
That's a good word.
Awry.
Yeah, not like south, but just awry. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I think that there was one festival I was performing at in Florida, and it was during the summer, and it just got rained out, and like it just started coming down hard, and the equipment started getting wrecked, and but then it's, I couldn't really get mad, because how can you get mad with Mother Nature? You can't. Just stay tuned to KendraErica.com. And also I have some new merch out for the new song, I'm Nice Till I'm Not, that's out now. So if you go to KendraErica.com and you click the merch tab, it'll take you straight to the shop. And then that's when you can start shopping. And you can definitely find some nice, Christmas presents for your family if you want to do some shopping ahead of time. But yeah, just go there and you'll see all the goodies and all the swag.
What kind of swag do you have?
I have sweatshirts, I have tank tops, I have coffee mugs, I have hats, I have posters, and anything else. And anything else that you can think of that might be good to add, just let me know and I can create it. And then I could put it up on the site too. So it could be something for everyone to enjoy as well.
All right. In 3 words, what keeps Kendra Erica inspired? In 3 words.
Ooh.
Good one, huh, Reese?
That was a good one, Scott.
Hold on.
What keeps Kendra Erica inspired in 3 words?
Never give up.
Done. That was good.
Damn.
That was good. good. That was very
All
good.
right, man. There's the Plow Zone, man, with Kendra Erica right here. We had a great chat with her. We want to thank you, Kendra Erica, for coming on the Plow Zone and check out her stuff all over the place. There's our link down below, man. We want to thank you, Kendra, for coming on the Plow Zone. And we are the Plow Zone, spotlight you, the independent artists. The people love them make the music, and we love telling your story. Ain't that right, Reese?
That is right. Thank you very much, Kendra, for coming on the Plowzone video show on Roku TV, on Otel Music Videos. Thank you so much. And
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thank you.